Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for March 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, you know that I'm going to use my Radley Valentine decks. The decks that are calling to me today are my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main message. I'm going to actually use all of them today. I will pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. I will also pull one from my Guardian Angel cards. After that, I will pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck to see what might help us a little bit to get through these times. Now, this is the introduction, so remember, I will put the timestamp, and you press on that, I think, and it takes you right to where it needs to be. Hopefully, I will put the timestamp in the in the description so you can bypass the introduction. Okay. I hope you watch it at least once, though. Now, for the introduction, universal energies, I am going to use my Waite Rider Tarot, and we'll pull one, maybe more, from my Osha Zen Tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Talk a little bit about the energies, what's going on for here. Now remember, all the planets are going direct, but they get close to each other. So they're like, think of it as they're like gossipy old men and women. They're just like telling everything what's good and what's bad about the world. Now, on the 27th, Mercury will be leaving Pisces, where it's been kind of lulled a little bit. It'll be leaving Pisces and entering Aries, and I think it was around 2 something Eastern time. So that, so it is moving into Aries. Now, Mercury basically took a little bit of a rest with, being in Pisces, was kind of like, okay, let's go with that flow. Let's see what happens. Mercury's expectations, these are my feelings, my gut feelings. Mercury's expectations were not met. So it is entering into Aries with a vengeance, with a force. And it's got a lot of stuff to talk about. It really wants to get whatever Mercury's message is, whatever Mercury feels the message needs to be, it wants to put it out there. Now, Aries is about, it's the first sign of the astrological year, and it is about self. It is about I. But it's not necessarily something that is really, it's not, you don't have to say that it's very self-centered or self-absorbed. Sometimes it can be, but a lot of times you have to remember that you have to take care of yourself in order to take care of others. So Mercury, that 20, what did I say that it was going on to? Again, I passed that up. On the 27th, Mercury entering Aries, it's going to be really, what matters to you? I shouldn't say you, what matters to the universe? What matters to Mercury? Okay? And expect it to be a little bit on that forceful side. It will be there for a week or two. Let's see, when does it change again? Mercury will then go to Taurus on the 18th. So it will be there for a few weeks. Now, the other thing that we want to know is the new moon in Aries. And this is what really starts the astrological season. It will be on the April 1st. Again, I think that was like 2:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is what really starts Aries. So we've had a little preliminary. We've had a little bit of Aries energy, getting us motivated, having us do things that we have to do to get ready. The new moon, remember, full moon to new moon, waning, get rid of stuff, new moon to full moon, waxing, take things in, build on things. But the new moon is really going to be more of the push. Now, I think it's interesting that it's on April 1st, which is April Fool's Day. Who's to say what that all means? But I did kind of get that has kind of a trickster type of energy. We will see. We will see what it is. But new moon is a good time for you to start something wonderful, start something big, something that concerns you. And that, of course, that could be a business or any of those relationships I always talk about. Something that concerns you. Maybe, it could be a diet program, but it could also be something that really very motivating energy here with that new moon. But again, with Mercury, forceful, getting that message out, a lot, very blunt. New moon, though, again, on the 1st of April, trickster energy. Now, more because of the people that know April 1st as April Fool's Day, but being a fool is okay because it means you have a belief in something more than you. Okay, let's see what we have here. Remember, I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. Like I said, I pray, meditate, and infuse the cards with Reiki energy. But I open myself to higher power, and I ask that message to come through and, and try to step out of its way. Okay, let's see what we have for March 28th through the 31st. First card is, we have that moon energy. So that is the 18. So remember that the cards all have energies. We basically go with our fire, which we're in now, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, passionate, burning, determined. We then have our earth energy, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Very solid, tangible energy, money, job, career. Home, your actual building, your home. Then we go to our air energy, which is Swords energy. It is our Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. There is some stuff going on. Not quite this week. I was a little mistaken. It's more in April when Venus does some stuff with Aquarius. But it is making plans, thinking things through, hearing news. And then we come to water energy, cup energy, which is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And it's very fluid, very emotional energy. So now we have the moon. So is this telling us something is going to be going on around that full moon? Around that new moon. I'm kind of looking at the, I don't know if you want to say that these are dogs or wolves or feral animals. I'm kind of looking at the animals, barking at it or looking at it or and I'm looking at this moon. And, it always is interesting when you look at the cards. They always have a new meaning. And there's a very stern energy around this. So I don't know if we're going to have some stern energy leading up to that new moon. And that could be okay. That could be okay because then the new moon comes and then that clears away a lot of this energy. But there's this, this new moon, new moon, very stern, there's this, it's in front of the sun, it's kind of eclipsy, but just very new moon. And there's it's affecting a lot of the animalistic tendencies. Not quite sure what that's all about. The moon does have hidden energies, things going on behind the scenes, things that we don't necessarily have to see. So with this, with Mercury on the 27th, because that's going to be, right before this, that's going to be that Sunday. We could expect a little, like I said, as we lead up to that new moon, there could be some, really, I don't know, is it harsh? Is it stern? It just, for looking at the moon this time around, or whatever this face is in, this does not look happy. It does not look happy. And, I don't normally get that energies from these. Your next card is, okay, that is reversed. Remember, reversed cards have a little more meaning to them. So now we have a 4. Okay, we'll have an 18, 1, new beginnings, a 10, transition, 8, unlimited opportunities, okay? Now you add the 1 plus 8 together, it becomes a 9. We're going back to this card. 9, let's wrap it up. Things are done. And this could be, again, as the moon wanes, wrap it up. Things are done. Now we go to 4. 4 has a organization, some stability, also some leadership energy to it. This is the 4 of Swords, like I said, air energy. This is, I'm kind of, again, these cards are looking at this a little bit differently. We have this stained glass over here. We have this person that's basically kind of, is on their knees. And then we have, it looks like a very feminine energy. It could be the Empress, who is, I look at it, the Empress as the feminine divine, okay? Now, and there, this is kind of, it's supplication. It's asking for things. Now, the four of Swords, though, has this resting. A lot of times this is rest. Take it easy a little bit. Meditate. Connect with higher power energy, which is always, the tarot is extremely spiritual energy. So this is, it's always running through, connect with your higher power. But now with this, it's kind of like we have these 3 swords that are just hanging there. And I kind of get this like, it's kind of like, is it ready to drop? Are things ready to drop? But this person is at peace. And at the same time has a sword hidden, has a sword ready. So I'm getting this, ready to drop, sword, but the sword is ready. Okay? But pray, be at peace, rest, let the, kind of see where things are going. Now let's go on here. Celebration. I love this. I love the Three of Cups. These are my I call them my crazy ladies. So whatever's happening, it has to happen in order to bring about something better for us. Cups are our water energy. It is our, like I said, our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, fluid and emotional energy. Three has a lot of power to it. You do something three times, you do something three times, say something three times. It's also about celebration and creativity. So whatever this is, whatever's happening, it is something that's supposed to be happening. It is something that will, again, these cards are kind of popping in the different areas. It does bring about a harvest. I'm kind of getting like the harvest is ready to, I'm kind of getting a pumpkin type of energy here. And, maybe if you're in the southern hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere, pumpkins basically are with the fall. There's a completion energy with this, but they're celebrating. They're saying all is well, all is good. Okay, now, so yeah, what do we have here? I don't know. I kind of feel like these two could be leading up to the moon. I mean, to that new moon. Chill out a little bit. This person, this person might have some danger. It might be facing some danger energy here. But if you really look, the person's face is at peace. So whatever the danger is, it's not going to affect him. And then we have our ladies, the Three of Cups, celebrating the outcome. So let's see what this is all about here. Yeah, that moon's sternness is kind of in the feral animals. But remember, I'm always saying, I do believe in soul contracts, that we come down knowing what we're going to be doing, even though it kind of goes out of our mind. We lose the memory of that. We were meant for this time. We are all light workers. That's why we are joined together here. And, just to encourage each other and keep us on track. And our light needs to shine brightly because there's a lot of darkness out there that we counter. Okay? So this is going to be one of those. Oh my goodness. And there we go. That one flipped over. So remember I was talking about the Fool. Basically have faith, the Fool. Here, let's take a look at this again. This is Osha Zen Tarot. One card came out. It is 0. 0 is God and source energy. This is called the Fool. The Fool has faith. Again, we have the moon up there. So have faith. The Fool, basically jumping off the cliff. I shouldn't say jumping. Stepping off the cliff. Stepping into the unknown. But yet at the same time has faith. And this is the beginning of a new journey. A beginning of a new path. So something's going on. I don't know that, is this for the universe? Is this for somebody personal? I don't really know per se, but it does feel like there's something that, maybe leading up to that new moon, that there's something that's just really kind of, I kind of get a judgy type of energy with this moon here. And the feral dogs, the weird, isn't a lobster? That's a lobster, right? So a lobster, isn't that kind of one of the bottom feeders also? So it's kind of, there's some judgy energy here. Be at peace, be at rest, even though things might look bad. Things aren't as bad as they seem, or they might be as bad as they seem, but they're not necessarily going to be affecting you as badly as you believed. There is a lot of rejoicing and celebration, so that would be a lovely energy to have. That would be a lovely energy. And then we have the Fool. We have the Fool, and the Fool is looking up to the heavens, looking up to the universe. So we've got really interesting stuff going on. I do want you to watch out for, well, not watch out, be aware of Mercury in Aries, because there's going to be, Mercury's been holding back while it's been in Pisces, hanging out with Jupiter. And remember, Mercury and Jupiter, they're not necessarily the best of friends. So just saying. So there was a little bit of animosity there, but Neptune, Mercury, and Jupiter, it was kind of a la-la type of land, and now Mercury's stepping out into Aries and basically saying, expect things to get real, okay? The communication, Mercury over communication, electronics. There's I feel a lot of karma also with Mercury, okay? especially when it goes retro, which it isn't going to do for a little bit of time. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you're interpreting this. It's just that they were really popping at me with a little bit of difference here. So take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Remember, you need to do that to keep me on the air, and I really appreciate you doing that. So thank you so much. Now, why don't we start our readings? And hello, my Aries. So we're coming up to your full moon, April 1st, 2:35 a.m. Eastern time, I believe it is. And I want to tell you that this is when I think your season's really going to kick off. So just be ready for that. Okay, we got some cards just plopping out. And you know, when they plop out like that, we will read them and see what we have. We actually have, okay, we have 4. So let's go on. I don't know, should we go to this one first? Yeah, let's do this one. Let's do it this way. Okay, let's go here. And they're all face up. We have our moon again. We have our leap of faith again. So there's something really interesting for that. Now, here we go. The 3 of Michael is the 3 of air, the 3 of swords, and I talk about those in the beginning, the introduction. So again, I told you what 3s are. 3s are very strong. They're very also very very celebratory. There's also a lot of creativity. But this is time to let go. It is time to let go of the anger, the past. It's time for you to take a leap of faith, believe that there is something better happening, that there is a better future, and to move forward with that. I did talk about some soul contracts. So sometimes with our our soul contracts tells us what we're kind of like signing up for in this life. And you know, so there are things that we do have to kind of do a little checklist. But part of it is also saying, okay, I have learned from this lesson. It's time for me to put that lesson behind me. So I'm kind of feeling with the 3 of Michael, and the 8 of Ariel is saying to me that that there are a lot of things, and maybe it's going to be this week that you actually acknowledge it, but there are many things that you're going to come to peace with, that you're going to come to a resolution with, and you're going to kind of say, you know what, okay, I've done what I can do, and I don't necessarily need to carry this forward. Let's see what the 3 of Michael is all about. Release the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. Now again, 8 is that unlimited opportunities and possibilities. Ariel again is that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, solid energy. And again, this is kind of like you've met a lot of your ethereal. You've met a lot of your supernatural energies down here on the earth. You've met a lot of your checkpoints. You've met a lot of these things. Again, there's this weight that needs to move off of you so that you can move forward with this. So this is what the energies are telling me right now. This is what higher power is telling me right now. And the 8 of Ariel is take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. Now, more in the physical energies, you know, we have the metaphysical, we have the physical. In the physical energies, it's kind of saying, are you happy where you're at? You know so much, my Aries. Is this time for you to move on? Is it time to move on in that physical world? So we have the metaphysical telling us that there's a lot of things that you've been checking off in your karmic energies or in your soul contracts, but it's also saying that there's a good chance for there's movement in the physical world. So that could be that new job, new business, new relationship of whatever that is. Could be, you know, it just is something. It's time to move on. Now, we come up to the leap of faith. That energy came up in the introduction. So I would say basically really watch that introduction. This is major arcana. This is Archangel Metatron, you know, believed to have been Enoch before the flood. Very strong. There's the books of Enoch. I've kind of gone over them a little bit, you know, just read them a little bit myself, but it's something you may want to take a look at because it's major weird stuff in that might make a little bit of sense to you in the world now. So leap of faith is that fool, is that belief not just in yourself, but believe in your higher power. Believe that you are on the right track, even if it doesn't make sense to you, even if it does, even if you don't know what tomorrow will bring for you. Now, the future, yes, it is not written yet, but it is based upon our choices. So choose wisely. Well, maybe not choose wisely as much as, because this one will say, follow your heart. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart, it says. Do what gives you joy. Now we come to the moon. The moon, Archangel Heniel, again, major arcana, again was in the introduction. This is gentler than what we talked about. And we have the little doggy here. Look, and now we have a little happy dog here. This is not the same as the feral energies. So this has a gentler energy for you as you lead up to that new moon. This is a time for you, my Aries, to really put together your plan. I'm kind of getting business plan. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is truly for a business plan, but it is a put together your business plan. I'm getting your business plan. And this talks about the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. And that will go back to your leap of faith. Now, let's see. We're going to pull one from the angel cards. So we have a 38018. Take a look at those numbers. We have the 8s that are jumping out. Well, always the 0, God source energy. See what that's all about for you. But it really is, there is a sense of freedom here. There's a little bit of fear here because it's kind of scary to venture into the unknown. And remember what I said, Aries, Aries is the I, not the I, but I. And, you have to take, it might seem selfish, but you have to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. All right, so let's go on and see Angel Tarot cards, what's going on for my Aries here. King of Fire. So, King of Fire. King's underlying energy is swords. We know what that is about. Fire energy is your energy, and also Leo Sagittarius. We know that that is passionate, burning, very determined, very consuming. And the thing about the King of Fire, so we have that wisdom of the swords energy, the swords king. We have that wisdom. We have that direction. But the fire is telling you also, this is your time. This is your time to really look at the future. Look at what you are wanting. Not necessarily, not necessarily focus on the little details. Don't get caught up on how can this happen? How can I make this happen? As much as I want this to happen, especially as we lead up to that new moon, which is the time to request. So this one, the King of Fire, is motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. And remember, Mercury is now in Aries. Advice from someone creative. And I did feel like we needed to pull some extra, bring in all decks on hand. So let's see what we have with the guardian angels for my Aries. And I didn't say happy birthday. Happy birthday, my Aries. It looks like you've got some major possibilities. Okay, here we go. Ace of Emotion. So that's a 1, new beginnings. Emotion is our cup energy. So you actually have air, earth, fire, and water energy. So you've got all the energies here. And this is a new stuff. This is a wonderful new opportunity. So here we go. Ace of Cherub, Ace of Emotion. This cherub is announcing that a wonderful new emotional experience is coming into your life. You may meet someone new who makes your heart flutter, or your current relationship will experience a reawakening. It's also possible that your intuitive abilities will be greatly increased by your open heart. Like I said, my Aries, take care of yourself a little bit, take care of yourself so you can be open to the others, okay? So you can take care of others too. But the one thing is that 3 of Michael is always about letting go. Don't hold on to the anger. Don't hold on to the guilt. Guilt, anger, They either don't know or they don't care. Guilt is something that you use to punish. Anger and guilt is something that you can use to punish yourself. Okay? And if you like to punish yourself, okay, I'm not going to tell you not to, but I'm going to tell you not to. We all make mistakes. We're the fool. We are going through this journey the best we can. Again, I do feel like there is a lot of time for you to really think about and make good choices. Okay, let's see what our crystals or energy for my Aries is. This one is reversed. Celestite. Celestite is all about connecting with your higher power, connecting with your angels. We have Metatron, we have Heniel here. Communicating with angels, tranquility, good fortune, deep meditation. So, while there is a lot of activity, again, I had a lot of stuff about your soul contract, so I do think you have a lot of spirituality energy going on, a lot of supernatural energy going on, metaphysical energy. And now you have to, like the Fool, you have to, walk in faith. Okay, my Aries, again. Take a moment, please. Like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell for notifications. As always, though, my Aries, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.